Alright. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to Genshin Impact. 1.5 is live, which means that the new quests, the new Serenity Pot, things like that are available. Crisis over Liyue Harbor has calmed and it's business as usual in the city. However, Madame Ping, the flower admirer from Yujing Terrace, seems to have something more to discuss with you. Quest chain rewards, Serenity Pot, Open Air Workshop, Tianyuan Lantern, Fragrant Brilliance, and Portable Fruit Stand. Ooh. Neat. So this, because the server's been under maintenance, I still have my daily commissions, so we'll probably knock those out real fast at the start. But the new Zhongli, Historia Antiqua Chapter Act 2 is now available. And Diona, the Cat and the Cocktail, and Noelle, Nightly Exam Prep are also both available. So I am excited for those. I'm probably going to do Noelle just because freaking Noelle is like my favorite. Definitely going to do Diona, but the problem is that we've only got 3 keys. If I spend one on one of the hangout events, and I spend 2 on one of the hangout events, and I spend 1 on Zhongli, I can claim 1 right here. That'll give us a 4th, but I need 2 in order to unlock this, which means that this will have to wait until we get another 8. But let's go ahead and unlock Zhongli, Historia Antiqua, Chapter Act 2. And then let's unlock Nightly Exam Prep. Cool. So we can claim a key, and then we can go do our hangout, or our daily commissions to get 4 of the 8 daily commissions that we need for the other key. So we're going to tackle that before we do anything else. 300 primos for the server maintenance. Ooh. Actually, 600 for the server maintenance. Official may incorrectly pass through some large monsters while using an elemental burst. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Oops. Oz, when summoned, may generate an incorrect quantity of elemental particles. When triggering certain elemental reactions, attack multiple opponents. The Phoenix summoned by Deluxe elemental bursts and certain monster skills, such as Rumbling Stone, may be affected by some skills, such as Gust Surge. These issues have been resolved. We would like to present the following to you as compensation. Please remember to collect it before it expires. Interesting. I was not aware of any of these glitches, but that's cool. System has detected your account is at risk. To secure your account, we strongly recommend you change your password. Following prompts, yada yada. So, okay, well, whatever. So we got 600 primos, which is neat. We have the new hangout events, the test run, chilled to the bone, and a teapot to call home. Which is just, that. So before we do anything, we have a chance to test out the new Yanfei character. So let's run through the trial runs. And since we've done Zhongli before, we will see how Zhongli is now. Because before he was absolutely terrible. He's apparently changed quite a bit.
Quake!
We'll see. That seems to have done absolutely nothing. So, that I don't know. It doesn't seem to have changed any. His E still seems
Order guide you.
about as useless as it was prior. At least against the enemies in his trial run, anyway.
Solidify. This is order.
I will admit, he has survived vastly longer than he did last time. So why... excuse me for a second while I question, why are they having me fight a Pyro Abyss Mage when my abilities do nothing to his shield? Well, Serene, don't you see you have Kaya and Lisa? These things should be built, again, for the character you're playing.
I will have order.
His meteor is really good. Literally the only thing good about him is that meteor. Holy crap. At least he survived. So he definitely got buffed. Because literally the last time I played Zhongli, he died. So let's give Yanfei a try. This is the new character that just came out. When a fireball conjured by Yanfei's normal attack hits an opponent and grants her a Scarlet Seal that decreases her stamina consumption. Upon releasing a charged attack, all Scarlet Seals will be consumed, increasing the AoE and damage of the charged attack based on the amount of Scarlet Seals consumed. Yanfei's elemental skill deals AoE pyro damage and grants her the maximum number of Scarlet Seals. Her elemental burst also deals AoE pyro damage and causes her to gain brilliance, which increases the damage dealt by her charged attacks and grants Yanfei a Scarlet Seal at fixed intervals. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial, as per usual.
Motion to compel.
I mean, I already like that one. Like, holy crap.
Boom, boom.
Boom.
Breath of the flame. Motion to compel.
Her cooldown is longer than what the trial is giving me in the way of elemental things, which is hilarious.
Inadmissible evidence.
I like her. I like her already. I am satisfied. I like her. I will definitely try my hardest to get her, because I like her. And Diona, who I have and have used many times.
Shaken and stirred.
I'll probably have a better time at using her.
Think you can bully me?
Wow, she does, like, no damage. Look at this.
I'm here.
Granted, I keep missing. But, like, look at that. 2,000 damage, which is, like, nothing on that thing. I'm getting off the melt. But like, I haven't killed a single one of these things yet.
Look at you, Boozehound. Shaken and stirred.
Cool it.
Versus
Don't get frostbite.
like, seriously? Again, there's a problem when a character is not good enough to handle their own trial.
Cool it.
Granted, Kaya's not doing much better. He's freaking dying every second here.
Can't handle your drink. Huh.
This is why even after I leveled Diona up to like level 70, I haven't used her. She's not the greatest. Also, granted, most of that was, I'll admit, because I was using a controller. Since my controller is currently broken, in case anybody's been wondering why I've been using mouse and keyboard lately. Oh good, I still have this guy left.
Shaken and stirred.
She deals no damage. Look at this. She's dealing no damage to this guy's shield.
Scratch that.
Like, what the heck?
You, Boozehound.
Like, is this supposed to make me want to play her? Because it really doesn't.
Dodge this. It will be frozen in time.
It makes me not want to play her, honestly. Challenge completed. Not using Diona in her trial. I don't get it. I really don't. Whatever. Claim. Do we have a chapter 10 now? Nope. Just a new domain. Okay. It's just letting us know about the Ridgewatch domain that just unlocked. So that's neat. Also, new BP started today.
There was a glorious
Yes,
kingdom
this is
established.
literally always the same. Realm of Diversion. Let's go ahead and claim that first login, like always. And then run over here and claim... oh, whoops, new dialogue. Good, in fact, I've been keeping up with your current endeavors. No doubt that if you continue in this vein, you'll become an outstanding adventurer one day. As for other guild activities, I have some adventure intel I would like to share with you if you are interested. Another commission, let's hear it. Your tone suggests that you are more exceptionally familiar with the way the guild handles its affairs. However, this time I do not have a commission for you. Rather, I simply have some adventure intel to share. It's about Dragonspine, that snowy mountain near Mondstadt. The guild has set up a camp and stationed a number of adventurers there. Then mark the location on your map. Once you arrive, please look for an adventurer by the name of Iris. She will brief you on the situation in that area. That's all from me. Happy adventuring and Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra.
I'm surprised that wasn't voiced, considering literally all of her dialogue in the game has been voiced. Go ahead and send Official. Send Bennett. Send Amber. Send Razor. Send Chongyun. And that should count for my mine 10 items. So let's go clear our daily commissions real quick.
Wing.
This To the stars once more, web event. Invite adventurers to return, win famous gems, and merch. Adventurers Guild has issued an invitation for their promotion to the stars once more. They're calling on active adventurers and returning adventurers alike to explore and win great rewards. Must reach adventure rank 10, at least 14 days since last login. Last time the player activated the Stellar Reunion event was over 45 days ago. Stellar Reunion, an in-game event that returning adventurers can take part in. Take part to receive rewards, including 500 Prima Gems, yada yada. During the event period, all adventurers can complete tasks to claim exploration energy and obtain exploration gift vouchers. Use vouchers in the gift draw to win rewards, including Prima Gems. Complete event tasks on the Get Gift voucher page, claim exploration energy. When it reaches a certain amount, claim the corresponding vouchers for then go to the gift voucher page. I have no idea what any of these are. 5 possible merchandise prizes available. Ooh, okay. Each merchandise prize consists of a single randomly selected item from one of the above categories. Expected to be dispatched starting early July. Provides incorrect address, meaning the prize cannot be received. No additional prize will be given as compensation. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. It is what it is, though. This one's over by Stonegate. Actually, that begs the question. Is it up there? Kind of looks like it, because that would be Wuwang Hill instead.
But I don't want to be a burden.
My guess was where I could climb up. I mean, it's right there. So I guess I'll just try climbing up, see how that works for us. Straight to the heart. Time challenge. Of course it's one of those. I'm just gonna go ahead and let my stamina regen a little bit for a moment.
Someone needs assistance.
I have no idea where I'm trying to get to.
I'll catch up.
Apparently just right here. Easy mode. I never understand the straight to the heart commissions. Here is the Ridgewatch domain though. Tenacity of the Millilith, HP by 20%. Elemental skill hits an opponent. The attack of all nearby party members is increased by 20%. The shield strength is increased by 30%. Pale Flame, physical damage is increased by 25%. When elemental skill hits an opponent, attack increases by 9%. So, seems decent, the Pale Flame. The Millilith, I'm not sure. Also includes Martial Artist, Heart of Bravery, and of course the Pale Flame and the Tenacity. So new ways to get Heart of Bravery and the Martial Artist sets, which granted they only go up to 4-star in general, so But yeah, there's the new domain over there. Go over to Wangshu Inn. Well, it's another quest, BS. Yes, Genshin and its broken quest system. This is the one where we just have to kill a couple of enemies. Where are they at? Over there. Sorry, a friend on Discord messaged me like, Genshin and their stupid, involved in other quest crap. And it's like, yep, absolutely. Genshin and its broken quest system. It's really not that hard to program a quest so that when you're in another quest, the quest that you're doing, all of the quests are able to still, be done and everything. Like, when an NPC is involved in another quest, it's not that hard to just be like,
As a dutiful maid would.
if this quest and that quest do this thing. Like, I could do it in RPG Maker. An RPG Maker is extremely limited. And I could do a quest system better than Genshin does. The fact that this is coded from the ground up means that there is literally no excuse. All clear. Over here to Mingyun Village. Do. Just taking flight. Going over here. I think it's there. I think it's those guys I have to fight. Yeah, pudgy pyrotechnicians. I can see it. Whee! Really? I caught on the edge. There was just enough of the edge there that didn't let me freaking do it.
Leave it.
You say, I don't know who I'm attacking, but somehow I'm attacking somebody that I can't even see. That's always great. You're wrecked. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Not really the biggest fan of that whole ideal.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
feel that if you need to spawn more enemies in after completing a set of enemies, then it's just that you want more enemies than were available at the time. So it's not really the greatest strategy. Granted, I got that feeling mostly because of Mabinogi, where that is just how they do every dungeon. And it's very annoying. It's like, we could have all the enemies laid out for you so that you could fight them and move on with the dungeon. Or
I'll catch up.
we could have 4 times the amount of enemies by just requiring you to go in and do the things, you know? Oh, friendship level 10.
Be as tall as my big sister.
Hey! Sweet, Barbara is friendship level 10. Nice. Why not? We got Barbara level 10. We'll use it. Or friendship level 10 rather. So we'll use it. How much you want to bet most people are playing the update, so nobody's actually going to come to the stream? I don't trust when Twitch says I have 1 viewer, because it literally always says that. But then when I look at the stream summary, it will tell me that I had less than 1 viewer during the stream. It's like, so you tell me I have 1 viewer the entire stream. You never show me 0. But then you have the audacity to tell me that I had less than 1 viewer during the stream.
Get ready.
So clearly you're able to track this, you just don't want to. You're able to track when you have less than, when I have less than 1. You just don't want to. Because reasons. So, I don't trust that it says 1 viewer. The fact that there's nobody in the chat tells me that that probably isn't. So, if there is somebody out there, hello. Feel free to say hi.
I'll catch up.
But I won't trust that there's somebody out there, because I even have 1 viewer. So,
I'll catch up.
just in case anybody was like, well, I am watching. It's like, well, yes, but you don't realize that Twitch literally always says that there is somebody watching. Then I get nobody chatting. Twitch tells me later that I had no viewers. You know? It's like, no, I don't trust that there's anybody out there, unfortunately. So, yeah, again, apologies if there actually is somebody. And then you're like, there's nobody there, you know? But until, Twitch actually shows me that there's somebody there, I'm not going to believe it. Where am I on wishes? One, 2, 3. I have 4. So I have a chance. Ooh. Noelle is in the spanner. Heck yes. Heck yes. Give me Noelle. Probably not going to get any characters off this. And 1 more. Oh! Ha! Never mind! Never mind. We got our first try. could not get Rosaria, no matter how many times they rolled. But, come on, computer, stop lagging. So we have a new character to level up to 80. Nice. I posted that and my friend says nice. Not that I can level her up to 80. Because I don't have any of the adventures experience. So there's that. What do we have in the way of artifacts? I mean, we do have some attack boost. I don't have enough of the Crimson Witch of Flames to give her that, unfortunately. We'll do Concert, so let's look for Wanderer's Troop, which I was going to say I think we have right there. That's a pyro damage bonus already on Hu Tao. It's Maiden Beloved. Nobilis Oblique. I mean, it's not terrible. That's really not what we need. What did I give her? Wanderer's Troop. Do I even have any Wanderer's Troop anywhere? I mean, Instructor would be good if I have some of that. These obviously would do no good because they're Atamo damage. So there's that. That moment when you realize that you just don't have any artifacts that are good for your new character. I absolutely hate it. I'm not a big fan of the artifact mechanic. Mostly because of this. There's crit rate on the instructors. That would give me elemental mastery. Let's do that. But also, I do have a lot of the Gladiator's Destiny, which are really good. I mean, they're not good for a Catalyst user for a 4 set, but a 2-piece set is still good for them. They have a Gladiators here by any chance? I do. And a pretty good, decent level one too. So let's go with that. So we've got Gladiators and we've got Instructor. At least for now. We can work on more later. Liyue is a port that prizes its contracts and trade, and it is a place where wealth accumulates. Merchants from various nations are active here, which has contributed to Liyue's abundance, but has also brought up many disagreements. The Tianshan Ninghuang has written a very comprehensive compendium of laws to deal with this, but not everyone has the patience to study them. Thus was born the role of the legal advisor in Liyue society. Highly familiar with Liyue's laws, they help those in need to navigate any contradictions, earning recompense for their efforts. Yanfei is the premier legal advisor in Liyue Harbor. She's always able to obtain the most benefits for her clients, insofar as the law will allow. Some even call her the law that walks. But in truth, what Yanfei, one of the few half-eliminated beasts who have yet to sign a contract with Rex Lapis, really wants to do is live a free and happy life. As for the copy of the general law of leeway that she carries around her on her person, Yanfei has to say this. If you don't wish to be bound by the rules, you have to first understand them all. Cute. Oh yeah, she is like a little... She is a little creature thing, isn't she? I just realized. I didn't even realize that she wasn't even like a human creature person. So that's neat. Yeah, she's got the half. But yeah, I mean, I like her. She's attractive. So let's see, voiceovers.
My name is Yanfei, top legal expert in Liyue, and for the avoidance of doubt, no one else comes close. From commercial litigation, to civil mediation, to criminal lawsuits, I'm fully versed in every area of the law, and I guarantee you a swift and satisfactory conclusion to your case. My contact details? Where should I write this down? Paper will just get lost, and it'll only rub off if I write it on the back of your hand, so... Aha! I know. I'll just write it here on the close of this... whatever this thing is that follows you around. I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
I love her already.
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right. The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed. Rain! Oh, Lord of Geo, please do us a favor and clear this up at your earliest convenience. I submit that we cannot afford for the codices to get damp. What kind of injurious weather is this? It's cold. This weather's got me in the mood for reciting the laws. Let's see. Commercial Law of Liyue, Chapter 27, Section 6, Article 3 stipulates that... Wait, what was it? Oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten. What is wrong with me today?
Oh no.
I have to head out this morning to meet a client about a creditor dispute, but I also have to follow up on a consultation from last week by noon. All right, time to get to work. I'm a little sleepy. I know, a vigorous debate should wake me up, and I've got just the topic. The Northland Bank's presence in Liyue does more harm than good for our economy. So, are you for or against? The night market? I was planning on organizing some files this evening, but if you're going, I can join you. Oh, I should mention, lots of vendors go for the hard sell in the evenings because they want to be able to start with fresh produce the next day, but also don't want to lose profit on what they have left today. So, leave the negotiating to me, and if you have any leftovers, those can be my fee. Need a cure for insomnia? Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes. Oh, you want something more fast-acting? Then I'll recite from the legal codices. Let me know in the morning which section I got to before you fell asleep. Okay, here I go. You think I come across as quite imposing when I'm reading through case files? Huh. Well, that's only when I'm in work mode. It's like I have an invisible switch. Flick it one way and I'm in normal mode. Flick it the other way and I switch to work mode. Surely you must have a switch like that too. You want legal advice from me? Sure. For legal opinions, I charge a flat rate of 6,000 mora. For advisory services, my hourly rate is 180,000 mora. And for commercial law, I charge 710,000 mora per case. Final quote and commission rate depending on the details of your case. Not a bad deal, right?
Nice.
The Historia Naturalis Liyue has an entry about a waterborne plant called the horsetail. It claims that the horsetail is a medicinal herb that stands alone on the banks of Dihua Marsh. Its color is that of the clouds at sunset. Apparently, if you grind it into a powder and mix it into your ink, it makes your writing water-resistant. But it's a shame. I've been to Dihua Marsh at least 100 times, and each time I end up with baskets and baskets of the common purple variety, but not a single one of the kind that the book describes.
Huh.
A client? Very pleased to meet you. Here's my card. I'm afraid I can't leave my desk today. If it's a dispute we're dealing with, then please bring the relevant parties here to see me. Let me just give you a breakdown of my fees. One moment. Huh? You came just to chat? No fee necessary then. So just to clarify, you came to chat as friends with a legal expert that you've never met before. Care to explain? My hobbies are reading and appraisal. Reading begets knowledge, appraisal improves judgment. As such, I read everything and appraise anything. If you don't believe me, bring something over sometime. If there's a market for it, my estimate won't be far off. Take this stone, for example. Must be... 600 mora. My friends from the communications office often get me to go fishing with them. They say it's to exchange angling tips, but deep down, everyone's keen to show off. I've gotten the better of everyone 100 different ways, but they continue to scrutinize my business. After so much success, it's gotten a little embarrassing. So every time, I end up taking advantage of my ingenious acting skills to make myself seem humble, you know? What's with the face? Are you doubting me? Oh, on that note, let me recommend my one true love. Tofu. Tofu all the way. Light in flavor,
What is she, a sprout
tender in
mole?
texture, not to mention smooth and nourishing. It goes well with all manner of soups and dishes, and more importantly, it's available throughout the seasons. Beauty over complexity. Tofu dishes are my kind of flavor.
I've actually never had tofu.
I don't like cold dishes. Maybe it's because I rarely eat them. When I would get home late, my father used to keep a lantern lit for me. He'd hear me coming and ask me if I was hungry. In his words, the best dishes are served hot.
Lizzie Freeman, huh? Bestia Iestitia? Well-known legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. Brilliant young lady in whose veins runs the blood of an illuminated beast. Neato. I should probably give her... I was going to give her a better catalyst. It seems that I am currently lacking in other catalysts at the moment. You know what? I never use mana, so we'll switch. Mana can use the that one. Alright, well, I guess I just have to get her leveled up now, which is nice. Kind of. Kind of sucks that I have to get her leveled up. One thing I don't like is that, oh, she starts at level 1. It's like, great, I don't even get to use her. And probably for a good while, because I have to get her to level freaking 70 at least before she'll be even able to handle the enemies in my own world. I'll go ahead and claim today's daily commission reward. Of course, not to mention the amount of work that has to go in to leveling everybody up and everything. Did I get a new voiceover for Amber?
I can handle anything and everything, as long as it isn't cold wolf hook juice. Ugh, yuck. The skies over Mondstadt
from
seem
her
to have gotten
ascension.
smaller. Or is it that my sight reaches further than ever before?
Alright. So, let's see what quest we have. Strange Sight, Stolen Souls. Go to Liyue Adventures Guild, talk to Catherine. When the trail goes cold, talk to Iris. A teapot to call home, Madam Ping. And Festering Fang with Orban. So let's head over to Dragonspine. Because then I can actually get, you know, now that I've finally gotten all the things. I got the billet, by the way. From this thing, the Northlander polearm billet. I got that from the tree. I collected all 80 of the crimson agates that are available. Leveled the tree up to 8. You may have noticed that I have the Crimson Wish unlocked now, which is awesome. So there's that. But yeah,
I'd win.
I have that up to there now. Let's talk to Iris for the quest. Something the matter? Did you come here to see the sights, or did that boy Cyrus send you here on some commission? Now, whatever your reason for being here may be, stand on your guard at all times. About adventuring. If you really want to go into Dragon's Mine, you must make sure you are fully prepared. Do not underestimate the dangers of the mountain. Dragon's Mine is not forgiving towards careless adventurers. I don't understand what that was about.
The situation here.
Okay. Yep, I know as much now about what that quest was as when I got it. I'm very confused what the point of that was. That's Stevens, that's Harris. Here's Orban. What is it? Found some dragon tooth. Ah, I was hoping you'd swing by. Listen, before you go gathering all that dragon tooth... Oh, I see you've already finished. My profuse apologies, but I've hit a slight snag. No matter what I hit this thing with, I simply cannot take so much as a sliver off of it. It's almost as if it really were a dragon tooth. If so, then based on what I read, there are several rather specific methods to work with this material. One of them is to have the dragon tooth absorb some sort of dragon-related vitality. Then, use the dragon teeth infused with the dragon vitality to work the other pieces of dragon tooth into shape. But how to go about infusing something with dragon vitality? I haven't the foggiest idea. Any thoughts, traveler? I'll, see what I can do. Great. Here, you take this dragon tooth then. I'll leave you the whole side of things. Leave the whole side of things to you. Huh. If just the teeth cause this much hassle, whole dragons must be seriously complicated creatures. Festering Fang. Obtain a vitalized dragon tooth. Let's try it there. Maybe there's some vitality around that we can absorb. So let's stay here longer than we need to, though. That place gave Paimon the creeps. I'm assuming this area. Warm Rest Valley. Yes, indeed, the cryohypostasis is right where I thought it would be. Neato.
I feel...
I'm gonna hit navigate, just so that I can be absolutely sure I know where I'm going. Yes, that is what I figured. I just wanted to be absolutely sure that that is, in fact, where I needed to go. Makes perfect sense. Considering that, there's literally a dragon, here. There's literally a dragon heart here. Beat all of the Fatui, okay?
I must sleep as a good night should.
I still have nothing that's good against this Electro Fatui.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. No one escapes my sights.
You would assume that that Hydro would be good against it, just under the pretense that, during Child's fight, they had you fight one of these, and him being Hydro and all. It's absolutely not the case at all. As you can clearly see, I'm not taking off any of his shield with Barbara.
Steady.
And obviously Electro isn't going to do it. And it's not Pyro. While Pyro does trigger Overloaded, it's barely anything. It's apparently Cryo, as I've seen people that have fought these guys with Cryo just absolutely destroy these guys. But you would never guess that because they make you fight it with Child. So, you know, there's that. Strange glow emanates from the peculiar object. Extract vitality with dragon tooth. Strange object seems to be reacting. Heart responded. Careful, we should expect the unexpected. Wait, there's some people coming. Thanks, this is what Paimon meant by unexpected. More? So your plan also involves the heart. No matter, it seems like you have a great deal with us, but our plans do not include others being privy to the secret. Oh, you're a Hydro, actually. I know you're a Cryo. Cryo. If only I had Yanfei. You know, the character that I pulled earlier.
Leave it all to me.
If only I could use her.
Let it rain.
But no.
As a dutiful maid woman.
We'll give you a character. They're going to be at level 1. So you have to level them up and do everything that, you know, with them. So they're completely useless to you early game. Unless, you know, you're lucky enough to be pulling them early game anyway. Kind of trying to hit his weak point, but I don't know if that's even possible while he has his electro thing up. I'm assuming not, because I'm like hitting him in the face over and over again, and it's not knocking him down or weakening him or anything. You will notice that there is some level of pyro bonus. Oh, are you seriously? I'm annoyed. I was literally just talking about how I hate this game mechanic in any video game.
No one escapes my sights. Steady as stone. As a good knight should.
Let me get the big damage. Are you okay there, sir? Okay, seriously? How many waves are there?
I'll catch up.
I think this is the last wave, but seriously? Okay, Noel, you need to kill that guy before he freaking does his thing that makes him take forever to kill.
I'll catch up. Leave it.
My mom thinks it's finished now. That was obnoxious. Interesting. Something seems a little different about the dragon tooth now. And it seems more ominous, too. Let's go back and give it to Orban. That was obnoxious. Just gonna be honest. I hated everything about that. That was so obnoxious. What is it? My goodness, the luster and the texture. You actually managed it? Fuse the tooth with dragon vitality. Wow, one extraordinary individual, my friend. This is great. I've already got something to handle the Star Silver. Give me a moment or two, and I'll get this weapon made right away. That, and 50 of that. Orban starts forging the weapon. There, it's done. Haha. Here, hold that. How does it feel? How much do I owe you? Oh, don't worry about paying for it. The chance to work with these materials was a rare pleasure. No need to bring more into it. Alright, I'd say this weapon is ready for an adventure. Wouldn't you? I hope we'll take good care of it. Dragon Spear! Dragon Spine Spear! Diagram for the Dragon Spine Spear. Nice! Very nice. Yep, there's the ceramic teapot. Very nice. Alright. Well, let's pop open Hu Tao. Let's go to weapons, let's switch, and let's take a look. Hitting an opponent with a normal and charged attack has a 60% chance of forming and dropping an Everfrost icicle above them, dealing AoE damage equal to 80% of the attack. Opponents affected by cryo are instead dealt damage equal to 200% of attack. Can only occur once every 10 seconds. Jeez. Wow. I mean, it would definitely be better for like a cryo spear user, someone like Rosario, just because of the need for cryo damage. So not a weapon that's good for, say, Hu Tao. But I mean, come on, look at that thing. That looks amazing. So definitely going to keep hold of it. I'll probably get it leveled up in case I get Hu Tao, or I get Rosario at some point. I can go ahead and refine this, even though I don't know that I really need to. But still. Using an elemental skill increases normal and charge attack damage by 10 for 12 seconds. I mean, that also wouldn't be bad on Hu Tao, because she's always using her elemental skills. In fact, Hu Tao would probably be the best one to get the prototype Star Glitter on. But also, Dragon's Bane is also kind of the best thing as well for her. I don't even remember how to get Dragon's Bane, to be honest. It's been so long since I got one. New home is here! Yay!
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some.
Alright, so we did get the achievement, though, of make a weapon from a dragon's remains. The only things left are opening 5 more chests and raising the Frostbearing Tree to level 12. And then we will get the Snowy Summit achievement. So, cool. Stone Harbor's Nostalgia. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought that was new, but it's not. A Realm Beyond, Series 1. Reach 20,000 Adeptal Energy in one realm layout. Trust rank 4. Timber Hakwandi. Obtain 100 pieces of wood. If I were a rich man. Obtain 2,000 realm currency. That's just a small bench, 120 furnishings, color it in, 5 to 50 dies, precision modeling, learn 60 blueprints, and my territory. Place 50 furnishings in a single realm layout. So we've got a little bit to go on that, considering that we haven't even done the teapot to call home yet. But it shouldn't be too difficult to do. I have a reputation reward in Mondstadt, because I don't already have Mondstadt max level.
on such fair weather.
Aye.
Why don't we do a bit of sunny work? Oh, what sort of work is that, you ask? Well, anything that makes you feel bright and sunny, too.
I love Noelle. She's adorable. Mondstadt quests. Whoa. I got nothing off of that because literally my reputation is at max. My world exploration is at 99%. So, whoa. I get nothing. Even if I 100% that, it won't matter because I get nothing out of that. I got a notice of something. Energy amplifier. Take part to exchange for Katslane cocktail Diona cryo. Ah. During the event, travelers can challenge places of interest, domains, and the Twisted Realm to obtain fractured fruit data. Use fractured fruit data to exchange for Diona, Prima Gems, Crown of Insight, character experience, materials, more and more rewards. Okay. Gather erminisol fruit fragments. Obtain a fractured fruit data. When each act begins, there will be 3 new places of interest. Each place of interest includes 3 locations. Feed the opponent there to obtain rewards. Obtain the fruit fragment. Equip the fruit fragments onto the energy amplifier to gain bonuses and domains in the Twisted Realm. If you've successfully challenged domains during the event, you will obtain fractured fruit data. When each act begins, there will be 1 new domain. Each new domain can only be completed once. During the event, travelers can challenge the Twisted Realm to obtain scores. During the event, complete each act's domain challenge to unlock a stage of the Twisted Realm. Starting on the 10th day of the event, completing all the domains in 3 acts will unlock an additional stage of the Twisted Realm. For each challenge, you can choose the challenge, difficulty, and conditions. Score you receive for completing the challenge is based on the difficulty and condition chosen. During the event, travelers can challenge the same challenge stage multiple times. Try to obtain the highest score that you can. Total combined score is the sum of your high scores on all challenge stages. When your total combined scores reaches a certain amount, claim the corresponding rewards. After the event ends, you'll be unable to claim the combined score rewards. Please make sure to claim the rewards in time. Naturally. So I don't know how to even find that. Mail. Wanted notices. That is still so loud. Act 1 doesn't even start until the 30th. Okay. That's what that is. I see. Got it. So, we still got a couple of days. Because it is the 28th right now. At 12 o'clock. I think technically that... Like, I don't know if that's actually the 30th at 11, or if this game just has an issue. Because the update for today was supposed to go live the 28th at 11. And it was the 27th at 11 that it went live. So not quite sure if that means that that's actually the 29th at 11. Or if it's actually the 30th at 11.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is.
So, yeah. Don't know. Alright, well, I assumed that this domain had something to do with that quest, but I guess not. So let's just go run over there real fast. And collect that. Then we'll head over to Liyue and collect our new thingy. Version 1.5 is here. Yeah. I know, Paimon. You can shush up. Hi, Tommy. I follow Paimon on Twitter. She gives you all the news. But she can also be slightly annoying with how much MiHoYo posts on Twitter. But yay, new domain. Not that I will probably end up doing it very much, but we'll see. Apparently people were excited for this domain though, because I guess like it adds a teleport spot over here, but I don't really know what's over here that you need a teleport spot for.
As a dutiful maid would.
Like I never come here. Like I have never come here before at any point. Which isn't to say there's nothing, it's just that I've never had to come here, so I've never needed to. So if there is something here, like I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of Fatui here, I guess. Ooh, I'll take all that. Whole whopping... Oh, no, 2 levels. I'll take that then. Almost. Probably just like 1 blossom and I would get that. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything around here. But they were like, oh yeah, I can't wait for that, because then we'll have a teleport spot there. Is there actually something here? I don't know. Apparently recommended element is Geo though, so Noelle's pretty good for that. So there's that. The main thing though was just that I got the thing. There you go. Just using up all the wishes that I have. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, is there something, like, here that's worth getting? I don't even know. Like, yeah, I mean, it was difficult to get to this area, I guess, but was there anything here to warrant needing a waypoint? Like, it looks pretty empty here. Like, I don't see anything around here, so I don't really see any purpose to this new waypoint being here. If anybody could tell me what's here that is, like, so amazing that there's now a waypoint here over, let me know. Because I would love to know. I'm gonna just take those, because I actually need those. Might sound terrible, but I actually find the Geofish app hatchlings to be more difficult than the full, like, size Geofish apps. So, there's that. Anyway, story quest. Hey, let's go see Madame Ping, who is up that way.
Go, Barbara, go!
Rest assured, the Qixing's top priority is the people's well-being.
I'm fine.
Children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
I can help you look for them.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
What are those, if I may ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
Smaragdus jadeite,
In
huh?
any case, smaragdus jadeite is an
Smaragdus.
adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand.
Hello.
Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help,
an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count
Got
as
you.
Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's Yanfei. Okay. I was wondering what part of the story she was going to show up in.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame.
A shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem?
Yanfei.
You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
I like her.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
You really an Adeptus?
I was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Right?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him.
The book.
Krusell. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
I'll come with you.
You want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure.
Right?
Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Figured her question would have been, where did that book come from? Not that's a big book, right? Talk to Russell. Alrighty. I mean, at the same time, how many people just summon, like, weapons and books and things in this game? So, I can see why she wouldn't question that. Russell.
My friend.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Chiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Ms. Chiao before renting them to her.
Would not have guessed that's how you say that. Ju Chow?
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Chiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No ambiguities there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Ms. Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Hello?
I should open a store here.
Once again, I have received an email to my
Someone needs
text.
assistance.
Like, I received an email on my phone as a text, which makes no sense. Ah. I was wondering if it was up. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't get up that. That was strange.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you Ju Chow?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Ms. Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because it's the part where we say, we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to Crossel.
Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossel the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Juqiao looks like she's about to faint.
Right?
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Oh boy.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item, and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade.
Sorry, give me just a second here. I have a small issue with my fingernail that was bugging me. My fingernail was like, there was just like a portion of it that was off. And it was like sharp and sticking into things. And so I figured I would just take care of that. Especially since that was also a really long fingernail anyway. So it worked out better just to kind of remove the whole thing.
My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
Let me guess. The jadeite that we're looking at is vastly different from what it is that... Okay. I don't know why I glided
Miss
down
Yanfei,
there.
You've returned. With Miss Juqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Zhu Chao relates the loss of the hairpins to Crustle.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Yep.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
That's gonna be the thing that comes into play.
How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Atmosphere here and leave it.
Find a convenient spot to talk to Zhu Chao. So let me guess. It has something to do with the fact that it is a highly magical type of jadeite. And when she was given them, the hairpins,
I'll race you there.
it was smooth and definitely fine jade, as she stated.
Should I try this time?
But it has something to do with the fact that she didn't feel anything unique, which means that there's something non-magical, which in turn means that it's not legit.
What is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
This is the first part that some random person not related to the quest prevented me from not even continuing before completing a different quest. Oh, jeez.
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus jadeite, really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Exactly.
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst
Yeah.
case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch.
Yep, saw that part.
Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. Perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossell's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
Very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Alrighty.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, Perhaps you could help me, Miss Yanfei.
Rip the guy.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
I had more for every time I heard the word contract.
Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
Right?
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yanfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
I just love Paimon's expression there.
Paimon's all out of brain juice
This is
again.
good. Such an ordeal.
All right, that should do it.
I love Paimon's expression there.
And they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
You made do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yanfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossell, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery.
Chateau.
He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Okay.
If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Chateau. Hey, I was actually sitting.
Betting on Jade?
Hi, Chateau.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus Jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Those are some big shavings, just saying. Like, those are like full gemstones. Like, those are big. Those are big for jadeite.
My eyes don't deceive me. The cross sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sign a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
I couldn't Shitao tell them apart.
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price.
Of course. It's just like, how a, subtle difference in, what is it, carbon or whatever, causes, like, emeralds and rubies and sapphires to be separate, even though they're the exact same gem. The only difference is just what the amount of one of the chemicals that's inside of it.
And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
To make people smile.
We're back to Shito.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign me on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
I love this. I love her.
This hard evidence to back us up. Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling.
Okay.
If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
I love the book.
Nope. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us.
Right.
But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
Of course.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Of course it is. This is how Adepti becomes so adept at
Oh,
everything.
this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Of course she does.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sing-Si.
Teapot to Call Home, Part 1. Talk to Sing-Si. I'm trying to get the names right. Sing-Si.
What are you staring at?
I do have trouble pronouncing certain sounds, so apologies if my difficulty pronouncing certain sounds makes it difficult to, say things
Yanfei,
correctly.
It's you. Has something happened?
But I still try, so.
Did the client from last time...
Excuse me.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus
The
Jadeite.
design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sing-Si, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf.
Okay.
I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sing-Si. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Alrighty. Talk to Baiju. Over that way. Boo Pharmacy. Ministry of Civil Affairs affidavit. Boo Pharmacy. I wonder if BotW is going to do a video on any of this or not.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Chi-Chi!
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
Also, I know that this is going to be one of the Dendro characters that they give us at some point.
No. I'm here
At least
this
that's what
time
he's
to
listed
ask
on
if you're
as
familiar
the
with
wiki
Smaragdus
as.
Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it.
He does have a dendro vision.
It is abundant in elemental
yeah, you
energy,
can see it right
so
there.
if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse.
Right there. Right there, right at the point. Right there. You can see the little green. Right there.
Anyway, I'm
see
sure
it
you didn't
better
come
here.
all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Please,
That
show me
Baiju
her
guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Of course he was.
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
New mail. The To the Stars Once More web event has begun. Adventurers Guild has issued an invitation for their promotion to the Stars Once More, calling on active adventurers and returning adventurers alike to explore and win great rewards. Can no longer draw for gifts, yada yada. Let me see. Obviously this is going to open a link, so you guys aren't going to be able to see it. There's apparently music to the event. Successfully invite returning adventurers. AKA, you need to know somebody who has not played in a while. Okay, so I don't think it's anything I can do because I don't know anybody who has not played in a while.
She'll be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
Dr. Crossell. Crossell is about to get rip in peace. Because we can prove that there is absolutely no way that the hairpins were made of jadeite.
My friend, what can I get?
Also, it's kind of interesting. I kind of figured that since they said that he had elemental, energy and stuff, I figured that you would see it, but nope. But what I can see is the elemental energy of all of this. It's all Geo. Nothing. Okay. I should have stopped. Well, when I was at, sometimes the price he asked for the hairpins, right? He is about to get rip in peace.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Ms. Zerchow was, in fact, smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Ms. Zerchow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
Evidence from Jade Mystery.
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between smaragdus jadeite and smaragdus nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Sure.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Easy.
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Evidence from Mingxing Jewelry.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
Evidence from Boo Boo Pharmacy.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Oops.
However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Rip.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say?
Rip.
You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Again, that's legal consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of smaragdus jadeite in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too.
He got himself trapped, right? Yes? Yes, ask a lawyer for their evidence. Bright idea. You alright?
I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Chichao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Why did you charge Chichao such an extortionate rental price?
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Croso looks like he could faint any second.
Right?
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right, then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Rip.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Nice.
Let me think for a moment.
Do you really have to think on that?
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, so there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you before.
Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
think there's more than just reason involved here,
Well,
Paimon.
since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Teapot to Call Home, Part 1. Talk to Madame Ping. We can finally go back to Madame Ping after all that. I really did wonder. I was like, they've got to include the new character somewhere in the story, right? So I was really wondering, like, where is she going to come into play? And yeah, no, that fit perfectly with her character. So I am 100% satisfied with that. That was really interesting. It's definitely a different take on the adventure, you know? Because yeah, you know, as Paimon said, usually you just spend the time searching high and low for the things. And in this case, it's like, instead of doing that, you did it the legal way, you know? So it was kind of an interesting new take on, you know, the adventure. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. Just collecting some Liyue items. Liyue specialties. Since we need to collect 100 for the BP that just started today. Wonder how many people already have maxed out their BP. I mean, since you can literally just like pay for it, you know? I wonder how many people just bought the BP. Really? I've completed 3 domain challenges already? That's interesting. For just 2 items from the teapot and another player surround the teapot. Complete Trounce Domains or the Dominator of Wolves challenge 3 times. Oh, neat. So instead of having the, you know, complete the wolf, complete child, complete the thing, you've got this, you have this now. The BP, that BP thing has been removed. What do you mean? I just mean like this, where you just purchase your BP level. Oh, the specialties has been removed. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I didn't even notice that. Cause yeah, I was looking for that. Okay. Obtain a total of 1,000 realm currency. I see. I think they got replaced with these 3. Okay. So we don't even have to do that anymore, the specialties. Well, that's alright. A little sad, but that's alright. But yeah, you're right. I hadn't even realized that these 3 are here now. The realm currency, 10 furnishings, and the teapot, and that the specialties are gone. That's what I came here to even look for, was the specialties. So, alright, well that's interesting.
I'll race you there.
Okay, well, I mean, I still need to collect some of those for characters to level up anyway, so. But yeah, it means I don't have to hunt quite as heavily for specialties then, so that's nice. It's always a pain trying to find the ones that are specific to each area.
How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Yanfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Now, child, are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
Truly unique, Adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny.
All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Indeed.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
Now, how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Madam Ping begins to construct the gift.
There we go. This Serenity Pot
Excuse
is
me.
all yours now.
Serenity
Hold it
Pot.
firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
All right. You could help me clean if you don't intend to. I'm leaving. Right. Serenity Teapot unlocked. Quest objective is in your Serenity Teapot. Head on over to that quest. And here, switch to gadgets. Click on this. Place. Enter the Serenity Teapot. Oh yes. The floating abode, the Emerald Peak, or the Cool Isle. Floating abode, an island cluster suspended in midair, a typical feature of many Adepti realms. Boundless world featuring nothing besides a cluster of islands. The Emerald Peak, a cloud-piercing mountain peak. Well, that's how it looks at least. But being inside a teapot and all, the highest mountain probably reaches no higher than the stalk of a tea leaf. Cool Island, an island cluster surrounded by water. One wonders how many cups of tea can be brewed from this vast ocean. Nice. So which one did you pick there, Andrew? I'm curious. I'm thinking I might do the Emerald Peak. I mean, I know that eventually you get access to like all three of them, but I figure I'll see what other people have made. Picked the floating abode. Alright. I will pick the Emerald Peak then in that case.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
It's chiseling, Paimon. You can carve us a whole house out of this rock.
Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it! Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
That's her!
Bet you can't keep up with me.
The person that I'm supposed to see.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
Tubby certainly looked the part.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, She did summon me here. She told me much about you. You
She's
may
cute.
leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
What's a teapot spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Wow!
Neat.
Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
How very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Neat. Serenity Teapot. After using and summoning the Serenity Teapot, travelers can interact with it and enter the abode within. Travelers can also use and summon the pot while they are within its confines. Interacting with the Serenity Teapot in this state will allow travelers to leave it. Travelers can also directly open the map interface and fast travel to any of the teleport waypoints to immediately leave the teapot. Talk to the teapot spirit inside the Serenity Teapot to learn about and manage all manner of teapot-related affairs. You can create all kinds of items from the creation screen. Materials used to create items can be gathered all over the world.
Come on, let's take
After
a look.
obtaining a furnishing, use the place function to put it in place. Place furnishings to increase the adeptal energy rank of your Serenity Pot. As your adeptal energy rank increases, realm currency will accumulate at a faster rate. Spend realm currency in the realm depot to purchase various items. Once in a while, a teapot traveling salesman will visit your abode. There's a chance that he will bring some rare treasures with him. If you acquire the blueprint from a furnishing set, you can place furnishings by batch. You can still make adjustments to individual furnishings when batch placing them. Press F7 to open the menu. Travelers, please ensure to follow our terms of service. Yeah, create a healthy gaming environment. You cannot create anything that discriminates, bullies, or is a violation of the terms of service. You are welcome to use the reports function, send feedback to us, yada yada. As per normal. So let's see, buildings. We have this, I do believe. Then we can just kind of move it wherever we want. Let's put it over here for now. And main building is this one that we currently have. But we do have the ability to move. There's the camera. Okay. I got it. I was like, how do I move the camera itself? There it is. Pan the camera around. Got it. Okay, so I can move that. And I can, like, say I want this over here instead. Right on, like, the edge there. And I'm probably actually going to want... Right, confirm. Probably going to want these near each other, at least at the start. So let's put this over here. Every good MMO or online game has some form of the house creation. So, guessing the golden eye adeptus is Rex Lapis. Likely. Placing furnishings. Please wait. So open this up. Check the placement screen and save your furnishings placement. We got 3 vivacious smoke leaf and a flower arrangement sprawling daybreak. Neat. Obtain 30 pieces of wood through cutting down trees to get the tall birch and the golden knotwood tree. 3 types of wood through cutting down trees to get the quince heron leaf bamboo and the quince sky sail bamboo. Enter the mansion to get the long table with tablecloth and the wine o'clock. Process a dye to get the golden triple arm candelabra and dining chairs. Make a piece of fabric so that we can get some rocks. Learn furnishing blueprints. Construct furnishings. Obtain 100 realm currency. Reach trust rank 2. Reach Ademptal energy rank humble abode. Neat. So it's basically like an adventurer's journal, but inside of your teapot now instead. So this will let us learn these recipes. And I guess something in the character screen now. Oh, because Yanfei. Got it. I see. Speaking of Yanfei... Whoops. I didn't realize I wasn't going to level her up all the way. Rip. I'm not wasting one of these to level her up now. So I can get more of those easy. It's not that big a deal. Learn 3 furnishings. Just like that. And of course, then gives me more of these. So go ahead and turn those in.
Strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Enter the mansion. That's a forge, by the way. Okay. So now that we've entered the mansion, now we get this. The long table with cloth and the wine o'clock. So go ahead and learn that. It still says it's placing furnishings. Don't know why. Good grief. Space! So we've got some stairs. We've got some doors. We've got some tables. I guess the real question is, where is the entrance? That one over there. Okay. That is the entrance over there. So let's put this here. And then an indoor set, yeah, I have yet to complete. Have nothing else here, it looks like. I think that's the only item I actually had, was that. Go ahead and save that, and now, boom, we have a table. Cool. Now I'm guessing that I have to use... There are other rooms you can build in. Yeah, there's stairs up. I'll figure that out as we go along. So... Gotta love it when you're at 100% load and then it just stops. Like, what is there to load when you're at 100%? Does that, like, what? What's going on? How does that work? Like, don't say 100% if you're not actually at 100%. Yeah, cool. So we got our own little forge in here now. Neat. I actually do want to make some of these warming bottles, actually. Now that I no longer need the things. I do need to forge 20 items, so I might as well do that. So that's cool that we have the little forge there. I'm assuming there's further quests. No, there's not. Okay. I have completed part 2 of the quest. Tubby!
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized enough rooms and furniture through subspace creation, it will feel just like home.
Trust rank. So we've got 108 currency. So that's cool. Highest adaptable energy is 1,650, bare bones. Rank bonus. We're at rank 1. Max realm currency increased to 300. Unlocks exterior area 1. Max furnishing creation queue increased to 1. Number of available realm layouts has increased to 1, and the types of goods bought by the teapot traveling salesman has been increased to 4. There's this vial of adeptal speed, a small bottle that seals some adeptal energy within, will immediately complete a furnishing when used, and a multi-arced Mondstadt building. Ooh. Neat. I'll take that, yeah. I might even decide to replace my house with that if that's the house. Obtain 100 realm currency. Complete. Red cedar, curio stand, and a pine folding screen. Go to my inventory and use all 3 of those. Alright. Now we just have to figure out how to do anything else in here. That is that. Landforms. Oh yeah, trees. I do have 3 trees I could place. Vivacious smoke leaf. Teeny tiny little thing, but that's alright. Whoa, frick. Kinda wonder how this controls with the controller. There you go. Oh, hey, there's a grid. Day, night. Snap to a grid. Snap furniture. Neato. Save changes.
Maybe you're not...
Create furnishing. Here we go. Of course, I don't have any of the materials. I kind of figured. But, that's fine. So, pine wood, fir wood, birch wood, sand bear wood. That's more pine wood. And dyes. There are dyes. No idea how to make dye yet. Oh, in that same menu, actually.
Maybe...
Not switch realm style.
Maybe you're not...
Realm Depot. Oh, I can't do anything until... Well, I can't do the Realm Treasures till Trust Rank 2 for Fabric. Transient Resin, Hero's Wits, Enhancement Ore, Mora, Artifact Experience. Oh my god! 10,000 Artifact Experience. 2,500 Artifact Experience. Holy crap! That's kind of awesome. Not gonna lie. There is actually already just a bunch of things you can start out buying, which is cool. Obviously, you know, you would want to go in and, you know, create most of it. But still, there's a lot of things that you can buy. You can even pick up more of the vials of Adeptal Speed.
Maybe.
I'm guessing once a week, maybe? I'm guessing these... Yeah. Oh, day, maybe? Because they refresh once every 3 hours. Or it says it refreshes in 3 hours. So that's probably once a day. I don't think I want to buy that after thinking about it. There's a lot of things in here. Holy crap. Timber wall with jade eaves, darkwood arc wall, flooring, chandeliers, the Favonius office table. Yes. Oh, because I don't actually have the recipe for this yet. Stone hearth, some chairs, Mondstadt rugs. Rally banner, pure spirit banner, stacks of books, chemical component, burden of dust, beds, wardrobes, another open air workshop. That's right, we didn't get the blueprint for that either, did we? We just got the building. Country home with tall attic. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's one of those Springvale buildings. Cool. Leeway house. Stone mill. Weapon rack. Detailed step-by-step blueprint for making a hardwood weapon rack. I wonder if you can, like, place weapons? So you can, like, showcase your weapons on that? Ha! Hilly Trail totem fences and Hilly Trail, wooden Hilly Trail fences and totem fences. Hilly Trail archery targets. Hilly Trail pots. Wow. Yeah, this is something that people are gonna want to come here every day and like mess around with. You know, just to pick up these different kinds of things. So, fragment cedar, vegetable racks, hedges, trees, obviously realm treasures themselves. So that'll be nice. For Replenishes 60 original resin. It will automatically dissipate after a period of time. The expiration time will be calculated from the Monday after the item is attained and will disappear 7 days from then. Multiple transient resin attained on different weeks will have their expiration dates counted independently. Right. Good to know. I did remember hearing something about the transient resin, so that's kind of nice.
Maybe you're...
Yeah, and of course there's nothing I can create at the moment. I've only got one creation queue. So let's find some firwood and some birchwood. Then. Okay. Neat. Liyue Estate Exquisite Manor. Or Exquisite Mansion. Timber wall with jade eaves. Okay, so the inside is probably made out of these. So that means you could probably move around like what the inside looks like too. Max of 3 wood per tree. Okay. Good to keep in mind. Southeast side inner room. Ooh. Southeast side inner room. North side inner room. Corridor. Main hall. Okay. Because that's, you go up the stairs to here. Whoa. Door. It's like, here's the door, for example. I'm not sure how to, like, select anything other than... I'm not sure how to, like, select the door and, like, move it around. Or maybe you can't. So there's 3 rooms, though. Trying to keep an eye on the chat because I figure probably at least Andrew would know a little bit about what is, you know, being done here. So should be a way to have the placement menu go away. Then you can select. Okay. I mean, I assume you meant the, I assume you meant this thing, maybe? Or is there a different thing that I need to look at? At least for furnishings. Okay. Maybe I'm, like, required to keep this, like, layout, you know, initially. Because, yeah, I don't see any way to, like, move the actual, like, walls or doors or anything yet. So, which is fine. I'm sure that will come up later. So, but that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. So, let's go upstairs. Since we didn't actually come up here earlier. I mean, I can glitch through the door. But I wasn't able to go through that door. I'm guessing the other rooms are downstairs. Like these ones. Yep. Oh, I see. So the doors just automatically open. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And there's a chandelier. Whoop. So I've got the 2 rooms.
You can't keep up with me.
Nope, 3 rooms. Okay. So I have 3 rooms automatically. Cool. So if I take that, and then I go to the southeast side inner room, which would be southeast. That would be this one, I assume. Then I can go into the table, and I can say, hey, place the table in here now instead. Save it. And then, if I walk into that room, boom! Guess it's the other room. That one. I see. Southeast. Okay, I understand. So it's more like this, I think, is what it's saying. Because it was south and then east, so it's this room. Okay. It would be nice if there was a compass that tells you, like, north, south, east, west. Because I kind of assumed north was this way. So, but south is this way, and then the east, so it was this one. I was trying to go for this room, but this is fine. I was just messing around with it anyway, so. But neat. Yeah, it's like, see, you can see north there in the mini-map. But when you're in this, there's no, like, compass or anything to tell you which direction. And it starts you off facing this way. So. Wall decor, indoor sets. Stairs. Wonder, can I move the stairs at all? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I probably have to, like, earn the ability to do all that kind of stuff later. So, I can see a map. Emerald Peak, click the map list. I can see either the teapot or I can click on Tavat. And I can go wherever the heck I want from here. So, let's go back over here. You've left the current set of teapot. Place the tail at the door because I thought it was the back wall at first. Oh, whoops. You placed the table at the door because you thought it was the back wall at first. Whoopsies. That's funny though. We are at almost 3 hours for the VOD. I think since I, finished the teapot part, I'm going to go ahead and break things up here in the video. The stream will still be going. We're going to do more stream. But I want to break things up in the video, the VOD, whatever you want to call it. So I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Talking to the people watching the VOD, by the way. Feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes you've missed. Let's place the teapot. Why? Because I kind of want to get a screenshot of the teapot. Probably for the thumbnail. Actually, I need to have my character looking at the camera. There we go. Take the photo. There we go. I can kind of use this as my thumbnail. Thinking and the happy pose. Like that. Alright. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. It looks like it can't pick it up. It just places. So wherever I place it, there's just going to be a random floating teapot, probably until I leave the area and come back. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. But check the video description down below. There should be a link to the playlist. Also should be a link to the Discord and the stream. Twitch.tv/Serene Inc., where this was streamed live. Feel free to come out, hang out with us, chat, and so on. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.
Go, Barrett Bunny!
See you later.